Hey everyone, this is Anam. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be explaining the poem Animals along with all the poetic devices. It's from the book First Flight of Class 10 and the poet is Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman was an American poet and journalist. He broke the tradition of rhymed and metrical poetry. Most of his poems are written in free verse without any kind of rhyme scheme. In this poem, a comparison has been done between human beings and animals. The poet admires animals to be calm, composed, and self satisfied. And he contrasts their qualities with those of human beings. He feels that animals are just opposite of human beings. He finds animals to be free from all greed, unlike humans. And he says that he would prefer to shun the world of human beings and live with animals. He would happily live with animals because he feels animals are much more worthy than human beings. Let's begin. I think I could turn and live with animals as they are so placid and self-contained. The poet says that he feels like going and living with animals. He prefers to live with animals rather than human beings. Why? Because animals are calm, they are composed, and they are self-contained, means they are self-satisfied. They just don't run after things to possess them. They are satisfied with the life that they have. I stand and look at them long and long. Since the poet likes animals, since he admires their qualities, so he says that I can stand for long and I can just look at them and admire them, praise them. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. Whining means crying, complaining. So the poet says animals, they are satisfied with what they have. They don't cry about their situation. They don't complain about their conditions. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. So here the poet wants to point, he's commenting on the hypocrisy of human beings, that first they commit sins, they commit crimes, and then they weep for their sins. They ask for forgiveness. So this is just hypocrisy. So he says that animals do not first they commit some sins and then they weep in the night for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Again, he's pointing out at the hypocrisy that they keep discussing, they keep speaking about all the good deeds that they should do and their duty towards God, religion, their fellow human beings, but they do not practice what they preach. Their actions are just the opposite of what they say. So human beings make him feel sick. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Mania means a kind of obsession, madness. Demented means disturbed, right? So the poet says not a single animal is dissatisfied with his situation and they are not mad about possessing things. They do not suffer with this mania, this madness to own things, to possess things the way human beings does, the way human beings do. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. So here the point is the poet is commenting on certain practices of human beings, that no, they do not kneel to in front of each other. They all are equal, and they do not even worship or kneel in front of their ancestors the way the human beings do. When people are alive, they do not respect them, they do not love them, but once somebody dies, then they start showing off and all that hypocrisy. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So he says that not a single animal in the whole earth, in the whole world, is more respectable than the other or more unhappy or happy than the other. So basically the poet wants to tell us that all animals, they are equal. They do not discriminate against each other on the basis of their shapes, colors, caste, creed, religion, or their social status the way human beings do. So he says that all animals are equal. They all are happy with what they have. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. The poet says they are not hypocrites. They do not present a false image of themselves. They present the way they are. Yes, they also kill each other for the sake of uh, gathering food, but they do it out of need. They do not do just for the sake of possessing things, just for the sake of collecting things and to become more rich than the others. So he says that yes, the way they are, they present themselves the way they are, and I accept them. I respect their honesty and I accept them the way they are. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possession. Evince means to show, reveal. Tokens means symbols. So the poet says, they bring me tokens of myself. Token word is used for their qualities, right? So the poet says they show those qualities which human beings were said to possess once. The qualities which human beings should have, those qualities are now possessed by animals. And when I look at them, I just think that I feel bad about the current situation, that why human beings are not like animals. I wonder where they get those tokens. So the poet is wondering, he's thinking that how did animals acquire such great qualities which human beings should possess, or maybe human beings once possessed in the past? Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? So the poet is, although he's talking about himself, did I pass the way? But in a way, he's talking about all the human beings, the whole humanity. He says that how did these tokens, these qualities are possessed by human beings? Did I pass that way huge time ago? Did I lose all these qualities and I passed them away to the animals long time ago, and or negligently dropped them, or I just negligently lost all my qualities? So yeah, this is what the poem. This is what the poem is all about. The poet is portraying a comparison between human beings and animals, and he thinks animals are much better than human beings because they possess all the qualities which human beings once possessed. They have become corrupted now. They have lost all their virtues and qualities. Let's discuss the poetic devices now. First is anaphora. Examples are given on the right hand side of your screen. See, what is anaphora? When two or more than two lines begin with the same word or the same phrase, right? It is called anaphora. As you can see, these three lines, these three consecutive lines are beginning with the same words. They do not. They do not sweat and whine. They do not lie awake in the dark. They do not make me sick. So, since all the three consecutive lines are starting with these same words, it is called anaphora. Next is repetition. I stand and look at them long and long. Here, long has been repeated twice, so it is repetition. Next is alliteration. As we know, alliteration means repetition of a consonant sound in close connection. See the first example. They do not make me sick, discussing their duty to God. As you can see, the underlined words, do, discussing, duty. The sound is repeated here, which is a consonant sound, so it is alliteration. Next example. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Dissatisfied, demented. Both these words have the sound, right? A consonant sound, the sound is repeated. So it is another example of alliteration. So yeah, that's all about it. If you liked the video, then please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you.